Okay, so Gerald, when do you think the last classified ad will be printed on paper?
That's a good question. Probably a good 15 to 20 years from now. As we know them, of course, they will always be classified as on paper, but as we know them as listing, I give them another 10 years at the most. That's the problem. They even show better because what's happening is those sites are so dedicated, they are so specific that in terms of SEO particularly, they come up with Google in a much easier way than we do. Imagine if we take the example of the snakes. It's for Google, it's much easier to identify that site as the #1 snake seller because it only has snakes. It's so dedicated, so they do perform better, and that's the problem. In terms of SEO, they actually come on top. They beat us.
So brands are not important anymore in classified advertising? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that brand is probably playing less and less of a role because especially within the young, within the Y generation, these guys are Googling their ads or their queries. They're not anymore going to brand, they're going to Google and they actually do a query on Google. So yes, when it comes to younger generation, no, when it comes to say 30 plus, I would say they still stick to brand. But of course, as we all know, the future is in the younger generation. So on the long term, a brand will probably play less and less of a role.
So they actually only know one brand, and that is Google.
Unfortunately, at the moment, the statistics shows with an 80% market share of the search global share. I mean, yeah, at the moment, that's the only one. It could change, and I hope it will, because I think it will give each one of us a better chance. But for now, the reality is, yeah, they only know one brand, and that's Google.
Okay, thank you very much.
Pleasure.